So I want to talk to you about manifesting money and how important it is around the ancestral energy. So as we grow up and as we move through things, our parents are just some of their DNA, some of their energy, some of the way that they are is from their parents. And that goes back generation after generation. And through that generational time, that's our ancestry, of course, there's patterns that come down through of ways of thinking, of things that we're taught that we just pass on to our children and so forth. And so when we look into the energy around money so badly, we just want to be prosperous. We want to just like, oh my goodness, I just want to have plenty of money. I want to be rich. And we get these stories that kind of go into a hope energy, meaning like, oh, I hope I can do this, or maybe once I do that, I'll get this, or if I buy a lottery ticket and I win it, I'll get this. And that can be passed down through ancestry because there's a way of thinking that goes through, like if your parents were impoverished or their parents or the parents before them, like especially like you have the depression era people where they lived through a depression and so forth. It goes back further. They had to really scrap to get by. They had nothing. And so their energy and mentality around things was just like, oh my gosh. And it might get to like even hoarding or making sure that they just every little bit and nothing's wasted. And that goes on and on and on. So what can happen as you get through generational things, sometimes you get to certain generations like, okay, well, we're not in that energy anymore. We're in a different energy. So we want to give and give and give. And then we end up having generations where they were given so much that they don't even understand what things are. And it just is a transition of energy. That's all it is. But all of it can kind of come into a heavy energy around money because even children and as they become adults who did have more, and they just think, I need more money to have more and more money to have more. And then they get, how do I get money? How do I get money? And then people that had nothing are like, oh, we just need money. It all comes to money to get more. And I am totally okay with us having plenty of money. And I think it's our divine birthright to have as much money as we can. But that ancestral energy really plays into it more than I think sometimes it's given credit for. So you might be wondering, well, why am I talking about this? Because I do have a manifesting energy money program you can check out in the links below. But in that, I do cover ancestral energy and I go through my 4-step process with it because you have to look at it, you have to observe it, you have to see what you have to let go, you do have to heal it, and then you have to manifest it different so that it goes through your lineage forward and your lineage backwards. So you're healing that whole entire energy and not giving the energy of money so much power because it is given a lot of power for it being just a bartering tool, just a frequency. And you want it that you're in vibration and frequency with money, not that it's controlling your vibration and frequency around money. But this is the best time for you to look into it and say, okay, what does my ancestry have to do with this? How do my parents think about this? How do my grandparents think? And how's it impacting me? And how's it impacting my children if you have children? So looking in this can be really helpful. And I just want to share this video with you so that if you're feeling stuck around money, you know that there can be more to it than what you have thought. And today's a great day to take action. Check out my program if you want and clear that out so that you can heal the whole thing and manifest it different.